Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So what I'm doing is a video recording of eyeshadow makeup look with the Lurella October 2025 box, and their theme or eyeshadow palette was the pumpkin and spice. And then I did do a short video of what you got in that month's box in my short videos if you want to check that out. So here's the eyeshadow palette, and there'll be swatches on that video too if you want to see some quick swatches. But this is the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be doing a look with. It's the Lurella Sugar and Pumpkin Spice. So I'm going to have to correct the name on that, but it's a Sugar and Pumpkin Spice palette, and I'll go ahead and do an eyeshadow look. I'm going to try to do a quick one because I got to take my husband to a doctor's appointment. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is I'm going to use the shade called Pumpkin Spice right here and just kind of go all over. I am very nearsighted, so I'm just going to kind of go all over. So like that. And then the next shade I'm gonna do is maybe a brown in the outer corner. So this is called Cinnamon and Sugar. I like the names of these. Cinnamon and Sugar right there. Just do that in the outer corner. And I should have grabbed my tape to kind of, because when I tape my eyeshadow off, it looks a lot cleaner when I'm done. It's like it's easier to blend if you're not so worried about making a mess. So yeah, my husband was in the hospital. He has diabetes. His A1C was under control, but he got a blister, was run down from working, and it got infected, and he ended up in the hospital for a week on heavy antibiotics, and he lost his toe. So he's up walking around. He's on a wound vac, but he's doing fairly good. And then I'm going to take, this came in that Lurella's monthly box. It looks like Bibbidi. I can't say it. It's Bibbidi. And it's their eyeshadow stick. And I showed swatches of it on that other video, but here it is. As you can see, it's just a light champagne color, and I'm just gonna put this all over here. And I'm not by any means a makeup expert. I just like to play around with makeup. I've loved it ever since I was a little girl, and then it just got to where I've accumulated more and more makeup, but it's a lot of fun for me. And that's why I kind of like these little subscription boxes, because they kind of keep you on a budget. You're not like looking at Ulta or places, and you're getting a new like eyeshadow palette a month. And then I'm taking a little bit of that maroon color that's called Cozy Vibes right here, and I'm gonna put it in the under eye. So did a little bit of the champagne there to add some dimension. Gotta do a little bit more blending. That champagne color. And I'm just trying to straighten up my phone. Okay, now for the bottom area. And I should have grabbed my stuff to tape off my eyeshadow so it doesn't look as messy when I'm done. But I'll probably clean it up with Q-tips. And I'm going to grab more of that eyeshadow. Go on the other side. And I will clean it up when I'm done. Now, I think it just needs a little bit more oomph into it. Now, this one called Cutie Pie right here would look good, I think, if we put a little bit in here just to add a little bit more dimension. And I need to do a little bit more blending. I don't like this light. My other light was better. I'm gonna have to switch out my lights. Now, I think it needs... Did I bring it over here or did I leave it out? Needs a little bit of eyeliner or something. I might dig through here and grab my eyeliner. There should be an eyeliner listed here. I don't know what I did with my eyeliner. Here, just give me a second. Sorry. I thought I laid everything right over here. Here's my eyeliner. This is the Lurella's eyeliner. And I did a course again on that swatch video. This was called Beyond Babe. And it's kind of a brown metallic. And then that's a swatch of their new Locket lip color in Flirteen. It's kind of like CoverGirl Outlast or Superstay. It's the shade that I'm wearing. So I'll go ahead and line. I don't really use a lot of eyeliner because as I've gotten older, I feel like that darkness around my eye just kind of weighs stuff down and makes me look older. So I think like lighter color eyeshadows, like light champagne colors, and like a nice set of eyelashes that aren't overly dramatic are really where it's at. Boy, have I had some issues with my father-in-law. His son about died, and he's gotten really, really grabby about wanting to make sure that he gets stuff. And the way it's set up is it's either going to go to me, Joseph, or Elizabeth. But he's really Quiz Davis, and I don't know if anybody has any advice for me in the comments section, but I'm afraid if something does happen to my husband, I'm going to have a legal battle on my hands with my father-in-law, because he is just, and I don't say this about a lot of people, but he is a selfish person. I think that's, it's my husband that put the food in his mouth that led to the food addiction, but Ralph isn't responsible for that. But I think my husband needs counseling because I think he experienced growing up a lot of verbal abuse from his father. And when we argue and stuff, my husband just kind of shuts down and doesn't want to talk to me. That's how he handles stuff. And then, stuff doesn't get addressed, stuff doesn't get fixed. we just kind of go on how it is. And I know I shouldn't be putting myself out there for all the internet to hear about my personal problems. Nobody really cares. But I'm just chatting. We have made up a will, but it doesn't mean that people can't try to contest it. And I just don't know what to say. I mean, I don't need the added stress of dealing with my husband's health issues and then dealing with a nasty father-in-law. So, but yeah, no, I just thought it was kind of rude. My husband about died, and my husband was asking, like, my father-in-law was asking my husband, what am I going to get out of it? I'm like, your son about died. Don't you care about your son? And don't you see that he has a wife and a child? My other son is not from biologically him. We had one ectopic pregnancy, and then I got pregnant with Elizabeth. Joseph was from another relationship that was very abusive that didn't work out, emotionally and mentally. And then I met Davis. And, you know, Davis has his own flaws. He struggles with eating. But he's very kind to me and Elizabeth. But he does have a tendency to shut down with arguing. And part of it stems from his childhood abuse. And then I think they also, too, have diabetes that runs in the family. So either way, he was going to have to deal with this. So, yeah, but my husband's trauma response is just a shutdown to everything. So I guess I just needed to vent. But yeah, here's this pumpkin and spice, sugar and spice Lurella palette. And here's the eyeshadow look I did.
Like in my head.
Yeah. And I used Five Below eyelashes. They were self-adhesive, but I had to put some glue on them.
I like the blue one.
You like it?
Yeah.
You want to say hi?
Hi.
Did you put on some makeup?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.